So tonight, I'm here with my friends and very special guests, my partners, my collaborators, the people who keep my creative juices going and reeling me in when sometimes that needs to happen too. What's up, J Man? How are you? Happy Halloween! Thank you for tuning in. I know you've been on the Emerald Quest marathon this weekend. I've been kind of tuning
Marathon.
in too. Yeah. Yes. So, for those of you guys who don't know the show, my name's Moana. Tonight I'm going to feature the my children's book series, which is The Adventures of Nakoa and Nohea. And with me, I have my new partner and crazy talented, crazy, just dope all around. Um, Ryan is with me tonight. He's my new illustrator for the children's book. So, Ryan, introduce yourself. Say hello to everybody.
Hey guys, happy Halloween, everyone. Like Moana said, I will be the illustrator for book two of The Adventures of Nakoa and Nohea. We're not going to drop that title yet, but we will. Um, I'm really excited about the title, to be honest. And it's been a fantastic ride so far in this process with Moana. It's been crazy fun. We've been diving deep in a lot of stuff. It's been fun. So it's been great. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. Alrighty. What's up, John? Welcome to the show. And of course, for those of you who have been watching Chat and Draw and the Moana Nui podcast, you know that Mike is our sponsor and our friend and our colleague and our I would say the jack of all trades because there's a lot of stuff I go to him for, like, hey Mike, I need this. What do I need to do? Um, but he and I collaborate a lot too. So say hello to everybody, Mike. Oh, he's on mute. Sorry, y'all. We got multiple devices. How it rolls
Yeah.
up in here.
Yeah, yes, we do. We have multiple devices. What's up, everybody? Happy Halloween. How y'all doing?
Yes. So let's see. So obviously, number one, I guess we will start out with the Who. Yes, we did that. Um, but I'm really excited about this book. I have been kind of mulling over like how to take Nakoa and Nohea and what direction we want to go in with them. For those of you who may not know, my first book was called Fishing Day with Papa Ray, and we successfully funded that on Kickstarter in September of 2019, which happened right before all the pandemic craziness. And yeah, so we had a lot of success with that book. We raised, I believe it was like $7,800, and we had 141 backers. So really excited about the success we had with that. We've accomplished, we've been able to deliver all of our goals. We're in the school systems now, and we're looking to just broaden that. Um, so with the second book, we're obviously staying with Hawaiian culture, but we, just like Mike with Emerald Quest, we're kind of dipping into fantasy. Um, and that's because like it's an interesting kind of intersection of trying to maintain the historical aspect, but like raising like pumping up the fantasy vibes in it. Um yes.
Pumping it
Both
up.
I would say all three of us, we're all fans of Lord of the Rings. So like
Yeah.
that is kind of the vibe that we want this series to have. We want it to be like an epic adventure, but that's still grounded in some ways. Um, and I've talked about this a little bit before, but um, when incorporating the Hawaiian culture, I always like kind of tiptoe because I'm like, oh, like I really want to make it dope, but then at the same time, like I don't want to offend people. So I'm trying to like just take an idea of what the historical context is, and then just kind of like adding some flair to it. I guess I would say. Um, but yeah. So anyway, so yeah, we're gonna do the fantasy genre. Ryan has been killing the concepts, the illustrations. It's been so much fun working with him. So Ryan, tell folks like what was it like? Because you have actually worked on a children's book before, but that didn't work out.
Right.
So,
It didn't
so
work
what is
out.
this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
tell us.
attempted to do a children's book back in 20, like a long time ago. It was like 2012, long time
Mhm.
ago. I was working with a collaborator who already had a published book, and she wanted to do a children's book involving something like Charlotte's Web with like birds and stuff. And I started doing these concepts and watercolor paintings of these birds, and then like things didn't work out, the funding didn't work out, nothing really worked out, and it didn't go nowhere for like a long time. But now, since gelling, talking, spitting, the game, everything with Mike, you, everybody learning all this stuff and collaborating has been a very joyous experience, and it's been such an honor doing this second book. I didn't really want to take away like the essence of the first book that you had. I try to keep some similarities from the first book to the new book, but then I wanted to also make it my own. And you've given me that kind of creative freedom to do that, and really given me that kind of scope and scale. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna tear it up. I'm gonna go big and bold on this, and that's what I've truly done. Everything's pretty bright, colorful, bold, and try to establish a like a sound to it. Maybe it feels new. It doesn't feel like it feels like the same, but it also feels new, like a reboot,
Mhm.
like we do in Hollywood, and that like all day long. So I kind of did that, and then we started talking about how you wanted to push the bar, the boundaries, and push the level of going to another place with this, but keeping it grounded and keeping it in the culture. And that's what I'm trying to do. We have a lot of new characters,
Yes.
a couple new characters in this book. We have a a character that we will probably see in the future of this series. There's a lot of things that are going to be happening in this book, which I'm really excited about. Um, and we probably might maybe preview a few things tonight. I don't know. I don't know what you got on the docket,
Yeah.
but we might. But it's been a blast. It's been a very, very wonderful collaborative experience with you. And I've not had a dull moment doing this and planning this and talking about this and getting things off the ground. Now we're driving. It's just like we're
Right.
driving at this point.
Right.
So it's very, very fun. Very fun.
Oh, I forgot we're drawing
Oh,
too. Yes. Mike is
oh,
drawing. That's what's up.
let's get it. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, so let's see. What maybe we can show them like the new concepts for Nakoa and Nohea.
Yeah. I mean, you
Since the
can rock
first
those
book,
out. Yeah.
yeah. Since the first book, there's the kids have aged in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And so we wanted to age them in the book, but still um, we wanted people to know that it's still them. So let me see if I can pull up. Um,
Mike, you so fast, bro.
I know, right?
I love it. I love how fast you are.
I got to get stuff done in an hour and a half. That's how long the show supposed to be.
Yeah, right. So let's
I'm fast, but not that damn fast.
Oh, dude, I'm fast. Fish Lee is fast.
Oh yeah, fish.
Fish
Fish
is
yeah,
is
fast.
like, I don't know. He on another level. He
yes.
on another level. That boy is fast.
I call Fish Unfair Lee.
Yeah.
I love it. TJ said, "Get him, Michael." What's up, TJ? Thanks for
What's
tuning
up?
in. Yeah, so Ryan, walk us through the concept of Nohea. I mean Nakoa,
Yeah.
Nakoa. Yeah.
So from the first book, he's much younger, more like he's about 5, 6 years old in that book. I kind of aged him to like an 8 to 9 year old at this point in time. Um, me and Moana talked about changing the hairstyles, and we played around with that. I was inspired by Avatar and mostly Hawaiian culture, looking at a lot of different kid studies in Hawaii, and what I wanted to keep and what I wanted to do is really boost the adventure concept of what's going on here. And since this is going to be more of a fairy tale, more of a adventure, a learning lesson, an adventure, but also we're probably shooting towards a cliffhanger more than likely in this book. It's going to be, I want to show aspects of him growing. So I gave him, I kind of wanted to have a feeling of like a Tomb Raider vibe for Nakoa and Nohea, like have them like have, a utility chest plate over his wife beater. His wife beater has a cultural significance at the bottom of it. I wanted the shorts to be like, water shorts. We brought over the necklace from the first book to this book. He still has his fish necklace. But I really wanted to age him and make him look, fun and more visceral, basically, and have a little bit more movement to him, have a little bit of an attitude to him. In the first book, it's very, subdued in expressions. But in this book, I want him to be a little bit more active, a little bit more alive, be a kid, like anything else, and then like just feel, fun. Like I said, this book is going to be bright, colorful, and fun, and I'm really excited about the new look of Nakoa in this book. I'm really excited about Nohea, to be real. But Nakoa is like, he's fun. We gave him a little part, a little something on the side of the hair, make him fresh, fun, modern in this time, but having that adventure along the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so J-Man's like Roman Reigns and The Rock in the corner. Yes. So like
Yeah.
I mean, how dope is that like I don't know, we just have a good amount of male Polynesians in the spotlight that is easy to
Mm-hmm.
pull, inspiration from. Which I think is really dope. Tattoos are a big part of Polynesian and Pacific Islander cultures. And so he doesn't have any because he's young, but
yes, he's a child. But there is a few people who do have a couple tattoos.
yes.
Yes.
But yes, we really just wanted to bring that warrior energy because that's like, a big part of Polynesian society is challenging each other and pushing each other to be better and all of that. So, and the hairstyle I love, like part of this is like I was asking my nephew, like, what kind of hairstyle do you want? Auntie's changing her look, and, and he was, he sent me some pictures and I was like, okay. So he was really excited with, what we did. And the fishy necklace he loves. And that's a little bit of a nod, back to the first book. So I really love that. Of course. And the expressions is like did everything for me with this. Like I love that. I love it. I feel like we can make a book just on expressions. Maybe that will be a future idea. Yes. Alrighty. So let's see. Let's show Nohea now. Let me see. Yes. So here's Nohea. She's definitely grown up a bit too. Now, Ryan, I know you're excited about her, so tell us.
So I completely, and like for me, I wanted this book to be, since this is more kind of, we're leaning hard towards more of an adventure. This is going to be more of a learning lesson in this book. there's going to be, I wouldn't say consequences, but there's going to be a lot of learning in this book for the both of these characters. And so we aged these characters. So Nohea is about 9, 10 years old. We're getting up there. So I kind of switched her whole look. In the first book, she's all pouty, girly, cute, cuddly, all that stuff. I loved it. But in this book, I wanted to give her she's more of like a tomboy look. She's been out, hanging out, fishing, rolling around in the dirt, catching whatever she wants to catch. I kind of wanted to, age her, but have her be willing to explore. Like, she's more of an explorer in this book. So I gave her, cargo pants, more of like, she's in the element of Hawaii. She enjoys the island. She wants to seek new adventures, see new things. So I wanted to give that kind of aspect to it. A lot of it that inspired me was like, Atlantis, like the Disney movie Atlantis, and how they're box characters. So I kind of wanted to make that kind of look for, and preview posters that I did also, I still wanted to keep a little bit of book one, but also my look as well to this. So she's more tomboyish, more adventure, more fun, much more of a protector in this one. Like, she protects her brother. So it's going to be like, you'll see that. So I wanted to show that she has this kind of protection over her brother. And I want her to be more of a kind of an alpha in this book, to express that, so I kind of I aged her and grew her up, and you'll see that. We changed the necklace, but that necklace doesn't exist. But she has a different necklace. But I wanted to give that kind of feel to it, in that root, and still have that Hawaiian-based culture as well.
Yeah, definitely. So J-Man said, yes, he's been watching wrestling since he was 3.5. He loved the Wild Samoans, the Head Shrinkers, Yokozuna, and Rikishi, but The Rock, Roman Reigns, and the Usos have put Indigenous Islanders and Polynesians on the map, and it's awesome. Yes, I agree with that. And that's another thing too. Like, back in the day in wrestling, you didn't see too much of the females, but now you're starting to see what's her name? Shoot, I'm blanking on her.
Sasha Banks.
Yes.
The Rock cousin. I forgot her name, but she's big. She's big out there. She's a problem for a lot of people.
Yeah.
They got a lot of female wrestlers that are coming up big.
Yes. Yeah, most definitely. Nia Jax, thank you, Jay. I know you have.
Yeah, there it is. I reached out to her on Twitter, and I was like, I need you to be Titan in my book. I know you don't know who I am, but you will know me real soon. You know what I'm saying? She's great.
Did you respond? Did she respond to you?
Oh, no, not at all.
I'm about to say, like, that would be dope. She would make a good Titan.
That'd be crazy, though.
And then, what's the other one? Snuka, the female. Shoot, why am I blanking on her name too? Anyway, I could see her as being Callie. Tamina, thank you, Jay. See, I'm like, I'm being
J-Man coming in,
right?
Whip it.
I'll be blanking out. Oh man, but yeah, I really love the way Nohea looks. She is definitely one who knows how to carry her own weight, and we'll see that in this story for sure. So I'm excited about her. Now let's do a check and see where Mike is at before we talk about our shapeshifters. Oh my God, that is so dope.
Mike, go home.
Right?
Home.
Wait, you already are home. What am I talking about? That's so dope. So dope.
Oh my gosh, I love this so much right now. Thank you.
So dope.
Oh no, having me on here.
Yes. Let's see. Okay, so let me see if I can find. Where is Cabana? So let's see. What the heck? Do you know that? Not that one. Not this one. Okay, so here is The shape-shifting, secret, lurker of the water, protector of.
Lurker. Lurker's water.
So this is. Oh, so I guess we're revealing the titles.
Oh, we're dropping it right now.
I totally forgot that the title was on there. Anyway, so this is our Halloween poster for our shapeshifter that's appearing in this story. Her name's Covenna. And I asked Ryan to do this because I just thought it was super dope for the Halloween theme. Of course, it's a kid's book, so like you don't want to like totally freak them out. But this is something that I thought would be great for like the more mature readers or more mature backers of the project. The title of book 2 is going to be Shadows of the Ancient, because this shapeshifter that we are going to be exploring in the book is one that that is not well known. So, and I chose that for a reason because I wanted to position us to have like the freedom to take it wherever we want it to go. Like there are some people who have interpretations of this shapeshifter, and they're called Moakua, or essentially like the lizard goddesses that are known to be protectors of the waterways in Hawaiian culture. So this is an homage of shoot, I can't remember the cover. I'm just totally blanking tonight. Anyway, I shared this this cover with Ryan, and I was like, I don't know how we're gonna do this, but this right here, dope. Let's do this with the character. And Ryan just nailed this. I love it so much. It is creepy, but like makes you wanna. I don't know. Usually,
No
like,
more.
yeah, no more, or like, I should be scared, but I really want to come closer to you. ah, but yes. So tell us about creating this, Ryan.
So we talked about this a while back. You wanted Koana to be coming out of the water, like just you wouldn't know it was there or not there, if that thing is real or not real. So what I decided to do, you gave me a few images that we looked at. And then like I looked at those images, I'm like, okay, we're gonna get deep and heavy on this. So the original, I went through so many different concepts with this shapeshifter. It's me and Moana went back and forth with the shapeshifter so many times because of the fact that I didn't want her to look like your typical, like every other lizard thing that's out there. Like mostly like the lizard and like Spider-Man. There's, Medusa. There's a bunch of different interpretations of what shapeshifters are supposed to look like. I kind of went more kind of like a more humanoid shapeshifter, but also kind of a little bit more like alien-esque. I gave her like a bald hat, like Mass Effect. The what are they called in Mass Effect?
Mass Effect.
Yeah, Mass Effect. Yeah, best. Like I was inspired by the aliens that are in that. They have these heads that look like shells, but alien-like, but they look almost lizard-like as well. I don't know what the alien race is called in Mass Effect, but that was the biggest, inspiration of this look. I wanted her to be incredibly creepy because this is for more of the mature readers if they want to request this cover for their backing so they can get this cover. But I boosted her up, scaled her, gave a lot of scales in this, and it was kind of inspired, piggybacked off my Inktober. So I kind of just went really dark with this and, dirty and, rough, because I like showing all my lines. I'm one of those people, I don't like to clean up my stuff. Sometimes I like to show the grit of how I drew, or the process of how I draw. I keep it in there. I did clean up some of it, and then I painted it. And I kept a palette of orange, blues, purples, and really did this kind of water effect. I didn't know my water was going to turn out like this. And then I put some luminescence in it to let it pop, and almost gives kind of like this 3D effect to it, which I enjoy, which I like. And I'm really happy the way it turned out, because it's creepy and also inviting at the same time, which I like. So I had really
inviting to who in the waves of it in the sewer.
Yeah, like
Penny down here.
Penny, yeah,
Ah,
yeah, like give me that Pennywise, like love right there. Like, come on, Georgie, come into the water, kind of.
I'm not Georgie.
Yeah. So I had fun doing this. And me and Moana were just talking about it. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get this done. So, but I got it done. So yeah.
Let's see.
I
J-Man
had a
has
lot of fun doing it.
Yes, it looks so amazing. J-Man, any Menehunis in your book, Moana? Not this particular story, but they will show up in the series. Yes. And for those who don't know Menehunis, these are like, I guess you could equate them like the pygmies in Africa, smaller statured people that were essentially the builders. And there were like structures and things that will pop up overnight that nobody would really expect, and they're like, oh, that's what kind of like the fable of the Menehunis is that they would always work at night. That's the only time you could see them. And it's interesting because there are different angles on like whether they were real, or if they were real but the story got twisted, if they were actually smaller statured, or if it was just kind of a myth and a symbolism for something else. It's a little bit fascinating. So I'm still doing my studies on that. I don't really like to put them into the book until I can speak enough about them. And I'm still learning about the Mo'oakua too, but very cool. Some are said to have like actual people that are descended from like a bloodline that descends from these Mo'oakua. So very cool.
J-Man knows a lot of stuff. The variety of things that J-Man just happens to know about. It's very vast.
Yes. Yes.
You don't be expecting somebody to speak up, and all of a sudden J-Man comes in with a comment. I know exactly what that is.
Right. Yes. Yeah, J-Man doesn't surprise me with the Hawaii thing because I know he's been there and he's been through other parts of the Pacific. So shout outs to J-Man for sure. Okay, and then
she won't look like this in the book.
Yes.
Let's
segue.
She won't look like this in the book.
Segue.
Well, that's really easy to explain. It's like comic books. Comic books always look different, especially like you take a book like X-Men and Spider-Man and Superman and stuff like that. The books always look different, but then subconsciously, and like the unknown rule is, it's because somebody else is telling the story. So in somebody else's storytelling, everything is going to look different from somebody else who told the story because they're seeing it from a different perspective.
Gotcha.
So that's how it looks for a kid in y'all's children's book. For an adult, it looked like that dude on the cover. So
yes,
it looked like that dude on the cover. So totally different eyes for a totally different time of day.
Yep. And also kind of like back to the reptilian thing, right? Like the ability to camouflage. I kind of want to play with that a little bit. We'll see how it turns out in the story, but yeah. So I'm trying not to tell too much.
Yeah.
Well,
it's kind of hard.
I know it is hard because it's cool. But like, so this is how she's gonna look in the book. I really like this design. We went through a whole bunch of different iterations of how
Mm-hmm.
to have her look. But I think this is cool, and it's a good look for a children's book, where it's kind of like skating that line of being cute and cuddly, but not too scary. So, but a little bit of like, a little bit of wariness maybe, but um, that'll play into the story too because she's a shapeshifter, so it really depends on who's approaching her and what the intent is. So
Yep.
that will play in the story too. Yeah.
The intent from Dominica is death. So because Dominica's coming at her.
I see that.
My girl hit it with the backwards block though. Like you thought I wasn't ready? No.
She ready. She ready.
Ah, yes, that's dope. Oh, what happened to my screen? Let's see. Oh, here. There we go. So yeah, so when Ryan sent me the semi-final design, he had kind of just like a regular staff in her hand. But what I wanted
Mm-hmm.
him to do is give her what do we call in Hawaiian, the ihe, which is more of like a pointed spear that the warriors and the chiefs would carry, because I wanted to pull in that aspect, and because she is something from the ancient, meaning very long ago. um I wanted to make sure that we highlighted those aspects too, as a way of like honoring both her and the chiefs who have come since her time. So because in this story it's like she is kind of a forgotten thing. Like not a lot of people know about her. Some of the elders still keep her memory alive, and so the kids don't know anything about her, other than what Papa tells them. So they will be discovering her in this story, and they don't expect her because it's unexpected for sure. um Mike
Well, that's
said you
definitely
have her
dope.
hips perfect. Yeah, go ahead.
That's definitely dope. I feel like it reminds me a little bit of Lady in the Water, the one M Night Shyamalan movie he made that was good. Besides
Lady in
Six.
the Water. I'm gonna have to go see that now. I don't think I saw that one.
Oh, Moana. Well, I know some people don't like it, but I dig it. It's reminiscent of a I don't know if she's a mermaid, but she is kind of like a mer person, and she lives in this pool. Like there's a portal in the pool to where she comes into our world, but she's a princess, and like these things are hunting her, and like the whole community of this little apartment complex have to come to her rescue, and it's like out of never ending story type of thing, um,
Hmm.
and it's one of two good movies that M Night has done, but it gives
Yeah,
me
we didn't
flair.
talk about his career.
Yeah, because I saw Old and that was not it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
his
uh,
movies, most of them leave me like where were you
yeah.
going? I just feel confused at the end. Um,
Like I only like 3 of his movies. He's made
yeah.
like 7. Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely have to check it out and see if the idea is similar.
Well, not I, same thing, but that's not a bad thing. It's good.
No, 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 yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, what's the saying? Like, there is nothing new. There's just twists on things that have been done before, whether it was
Right.
intentional or not, or maybe it's the same stories that feel like they need to be told again, and you don't even know.
Mm.
Because there
Oh,
are things that come to me, like that I don't know. Like, I can't remember. It was a conversation me and Mike was having or something. I can't remember what it was about, but something else hit me, and I was just like, "Huh, was that why I had that conversation because it fit in this part of the story?" Like I wasn't expecting to have a conversation, but it was just something that, like, okay, Nuri, my husband and I, we talk about that a lot, like how, like the things that we're writing, we don't know where they're coming from, but somehow somebody's telling us that this story needs to be told. So
Yeah,
It's like I kind of feel like it's like the ancestors talking to us in a roundabout way.
I have never heard that before. I think that's super dope.
J Man said the village was the worst pile of shizzle ever. Worse than Avatar.
Yeah, the village is not good, J-Man. I agree. I like Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and Signs. And that's a
I
hit and
like
miss for me today too.
Split, Unbreakable,
Split
and
is good. Yeah.
Lady in the Water, and I give Signs an honorable mention.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Signs,
did like
yeah. I would put Lady in the Water over Signs. Yeah. I'll give you that, Mike. For sure. Yeah. For sure.
yeah.
But yeah, this is Kawana. She looks exciting. She's a shapeshifter. And she got dreads. So
Yeah.
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 In her human form. Yeah, in her human form. Yeah.
I love it so much, so much, so much. But yes, hopefully y'all like it. I can't wait to see her in action. I mean, Mike's putting her in action, so hey. Let's see. Should we? Where shall we go next, Ryan? Boom. Should we show them? Let's see. J-Man, I'm loving your sketches, Ryan. Right? Right? That's because I have good taste. I'm just saying. No, like seriously though, but I mean Ryan and I obviously we met through Mike and through the podcast.
Mhm.
And, when we had him on for his spotlight interview, you know, I was just going through his portfolio and I'm like, I wonder if he's done any children's book. I don't see any, but I really like his style, you know. And I was like, I don't even know if he's gonna be willing to work with me. And I don't know though, but I'm just asked because I was really looking for a new illustrator, just because I wanted someone who was closer to home, that could be in the same time zone. We could work more, you know, more closely. My last illustrator was in the Philippines, so that was tough in terms of communication, feedback, back and forth on, you know, drawings and direction and all of that. Um, so yeah, Ryan and I, we did some concepts, and I saw what he was doing. I was like, okay, yep, please, thank you, please, and thank you. So I'm really honored that he agreed to be on this with me and to be on this adventure. For sure.
The honor's mine. This has been just so fun. And I've been wanting to do a children's book since I graduated from college.
Right.
And that's a light year ago.
So, I feel you. Yeah, so I'm excited because I feel like more people need to see Ryan's art and his skill. He's definitely underrated and undervalued, but we are gonna change that. I just know that these kids are just gonna love the hell out of this book. J-Man, Moana, I can see this is a comic book series. Haha, funny you should say that.
Funny.
So that's part of like the struggle that I'm having right now is like how much detail to put into the children's book, knowing that like it is a children's book, so you don't want to like go too far into it because it's a picture book still. But in my brain, I'm just like kind of jotting down ideas on like how we can flush this out into a comic book, because I know Ryan is like he does comics, so I know like there's gonna be a contest between these children, and I can just see like all the frames coming down, you know, like the panels, like boom, 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 like all the different angles, and I'm like, oh, this would be such a fun page. So who knows? Maybe we'll who knows? But yes, right. J-Man, that is kind of in the wish list, in the goals list. We have so many things we want to do. If only we could just make them happen like that. But yes, I'm down with that idea. Yeah, especially like fight scenes, like what Mike's doing on, you know, like kind of building out the character out of the book. You know, I think that would be cool. All right, let's see. where shall we go next, Ryan?
Do we want to introduce the new characters and what they
Oh
mean
my
to you?
gosh, yes. Let's talk
Yeah,
about these friends.
let's talk about these friends.
Okay, let me find them first. Mm, where did
And
they
then we can probably show them like the first 3 sketches of the book for the
Okay,
illustration. And
sounds
we can
good.
show them that. And that's all they'll get until we
Yes, until the
until it gets
Kickstarter.
happy. Yeah.
Let's see. So I'll bring up the one that I can see right now. I gotta find the other one. I thought I had him. Oh my god, he's so cute. So this is one of the new friends in the series. His name is Kaluna. Um, and like you can see like some of the reference images in here. I was telling Ryan like I really want to play up the dark skin nature of Pacific Islander children because a lot of them don't understand that like things have changed over time with the mixing of the different people that have immigrated to Hawaii, and a lot of people don't get to see some Pacific Islander children in the more remote parts of the world. So I was researching on how to like show love to these boys. And so this is some of the things that inspired it. I don't know if it is, but on the top, it looks like the boy from the Young Rock series. I'm not sure if that's where you pulled it off, but
Yeah.
is it? Okay. I was like, I love that series. It's so cute. But this one's really special because I wanted the boys' features to pay tribute to my grandfather. And so you see that the person in the middle, that's the picture of my grandpa. And he's someone that I've never met because he passed away when my mom was young. So what I wanted to do is kind of like bring him back, so that we could learn who he is or imagine who he is. Yes, thank you, J-Man. Look at him. Solomon Islands. Yep, you got it. And just like make him into this boy because like, oh my gosh, the stories that I've heard from my family, it just makes me wish that I, who knew my grandpa and, would be able to ask him about his stories as a kid. So this is kind of me like reimagining what his personality would be like. And Ryan did such an amazing job of turning him into this cute little kid. And I purposefully wanted him to be a chunkster because like that's how kids are in Hawaii. Like not everyone is skinny, and so again back to the body positivity thing that we were talking about off camera before we came online. But like I really wanted kids just like they do, when they look at it they can be like, oh hell yeah, like my friend looks, is just like that. Oh my gosh, it reminds me of that, because it's even more important for kids. Like obviously it's important for adults to have representation, but like I want kids to see themselves like from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, yeah, Ryan, how was that? Like what was that like? Trying to create.
I mean, this was fun.
Yeah.
I went to like 2 different sets. Like I was watching Bebe Kids, if y'all don't remember that movie in the 90s. And the animation from that was inspiring me. And like I was watching that Eddie Murphy claymation show, the PJs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of like my initial concept that's in the middle was really inspired like off the PJs. And really kind of like using that kind of like initial concept, but really keeping the same look, like the same eyeballs that I'm using for Nakoa and Nohea and stuff, and keep that same look. But then we started talking about, your grandfather and like, the opportunity that you never got, but you wanted to create this character and put him in this book. And you sent me this image and I'm like, scrap that whole entire look. I'm like, I'm just going to take your granddad's face and put it on this cute little kid. And that's what I did. That's exactly what I did in a nutshell. I wanted to make it like I was inspired by Goonies, but then like because Chunk's in that movie, and Chunk plays a huge role in Goonies. Like if there's no Chunk, there's no Goonies.
Right.
So
Right.
I wanted to keep that kind of look, and like keep your granddad's hair, keep his face, but have this kind of like innocence, but courage as well in this kid. So, and that's what really made me like change the look of the character and keep this look. And I think it's going to be a really fun addition to the Adventures of Nakoa and Nohea for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, yes. Because I will say that this will be the risk taker. He's going to be the risk taker, and there are multiple inspirations that I'm pulling from different members of my family who uh, share this type of personality. So it's going to be fun for sure. J-Man said he loves the slippers on the feet. Yes, it's slippers, not what is the word that they use? Flip flops.
Flip
Not
flops.
flip flops. Slippers, please. Slippers. It is the have you guys watched what's that? The Jokoi comedy thing on Netflix?
Not yet. Mm-mm.
Oh my god, you should watch that. So he has this segment that he does. It takes place in Hawaii. And he's making fun of Hawaiians and slippers because it doesn't matter what we use. Like it could be dressed up, like whatever. Slippers on the feet. Like there's no it's like whether you're in t-shirt and shorts, slippers, slippers. If you're wearing a nice dress, slippers, maybe a nicer slippers, maybe put some bling on your slippers, but like
Not bling.
yes, my mom has blingy slippers. She loves it. But yeah, anyway, so he makes like so many jokes about Hawaii. So if you like comedy and I guess if you haven't been there, it won't hit as much. But like as a person from Hawaii, he's Filipino. But as a person from Hawaii and just listening to the jokes, I'm like, oh my god, that is so true. But it's hilarious. Okay, let me see if I can find Cavello. Where did I put him? Hold on. Let me check the emails again. Nope, that's not going here. Ah, there he is. Oh my god, he's so cute. Why are you not downloading? Okay, there. Okay, let's stop this one. Okay, Mike.
Mike, you doing it right, brother. You're doing it right. You're doing it right. That's it right there. Yes.
I'm trying to live up to your design, brother.
Bro, you nailed it. You nailed it. That's so dope. Bro.
Right.
So cool.
Her
I'm so
face.
glad I backed Animal Quest.
Huh?
I'm so glad I backed your Kickstarter, bro.
I'm so glad you did too.
Yeah, how much longer
That's
do you have
dope.
on yours, Mike?
Oh, we still got 22 days left.
Okay. Yeah, let me.
Where are you at right now?
2,600,
Okay.
What's the goal?
3,000.
Oh, we
nice.
we're already funded.
Yes, keeps
Yeah.
it going.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That is what's up.
Yes.
Dude, that's so fresh.
When she's
at her.
fun,
Look
she's
at her,
real fun as
Moana.
well.
So fresh.
Oops. I'm dropping the link, guys. Check out Mike's Kickstarter, Emerald Quest. And if you let's see. Yes. That's so dope.
That is so dope. Mike, so good, bro.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's so cool. I can't wait, can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. So much dope art. Um,
It's just begun.
I know, right?
right? Ah. So this is the next friend that shows up in the story. His name is Cavello. Um, again, back to the the Pacific Islander children. I just love because a lot of times people expect that like if you have blonde hair that it's a white trait, but like no,
Mm-hmm.
like it didn't originate. Everything originates out of African and people of color. All of the genetic traits come out of there. So, um, and I even myself, like I didn't know that until later. I had a friend who she was Japanese, and she would have this blonde. In Hawaiian we call it ehu colored hair. And I would ask her, like, I went to high school with her. I'm like, is that your real hair, or do you dye it like that? And then she's like, no, no, it just comes out like that. I'm like, but your mom is dark haired and your sister's dark haired. She's like, yeah, I don't know, it's just different. Um, so that was the first time I was like, it had me questioning on like the origins of, the different genetics and everything. So I wanted to play that up in the story, and just kind of make that fun. So Cavello is another
Our
kid in the
tall
story.
friend.
Yes, our
He's the
tall friend.
tallest.
And it's funny that he is tall. I didn't really intend for the matchup to happen, but it just when we were naming the kids, I'm like, nope, I feel like that one's Kaluna, this one's gonna be Cavello. But Cavello was actually um, one of the very popular chiefs of the island of Kauai, which is where this story takes place. And so I wanted to name one of the kids like in his honor, and hopefully people will be interested in learning more about Cavello. I'm still learning more myself. I just hooked up with a friend of mine who we went to high school together, and she wants me to come and do a workshop for her Hawaiian language program. And she there was a previous workshop that she did, and there was a book called The Waters of Kane, and comes to find out that particular book talks more about Cavello and his adventures. So she told me, she was like, oh, by the way, I sent you a copy of the book. Like I didn't really ask her to do this, but I'm like, oh, this is amazing because it's gonna help with this story. So it's gonna give me more inspiration and more ideas on how to like properly pay tribute to one of our island chiefs. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, what made you make him tall,
I
Ryan?
wanted the juxtaposition of Kalu and to be one short, one really tall, and they're best friends.
Yeah.
So that was what I wanted to do. When I was playing around initially with it, like I said, I was watching the PJs and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, this dude's face looks way too old. So I started looking at kids, and I found this kid at the bottom, and I kind of like wanted to use his face, and it worked out really, really well for this, because I want this kid to be the shy one, the one that does not, like I want Kalua to have the courage, but I want him to become and learn courage in this book. So he's
Mm,
more shy, more quiet, more ineptitude to everything, but will take a risk if it's right, if he feels comfortable with it. So I kind of like have like, that's why he has this like hi kind of thing
yeah.
going on, because he's like, I'm new kind of thing. So I want it to be that, all my characters, like when I draw these, I want them to show a little bit of personality, so you can pick up or read what kind of personality they have at this point in time.
Yeah.
So, and throughout the book process, their personalities will evolve, just like, any character that you see in a television series, they evolve, So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I want this character to do, is evolve. you know.
Yeah, which I think is cool because, like, going back to the juxtaposition thing, like when you see a kid or a person who is tall, you expect them to have a big personality, right? And to
Hmm.
just kind of like fill up that space. So when they're not, it's like, it's
Exactly.
yeah. I have a friend of mine, her son is like that. Like he's tall, but he's, more reserved. Um
Hmm.
and so it's interesting, like, oh, how are you? Like just gonna check on you and they'll be like, how's it going? He's like, oh, I'm good, just I'm just over here doing my thing. Um but yeah, I love that. No, that's so cool. Okay, nice.
So
All right.
we doing this is our crossover print, right?
Yes.
Okay, so because the actual drawing is taking me so long, I'm gonna save the inking for when y'all come on my show.
Okay, that works. Yo.
Definitely works. That's so sweet. So sweet. You just crushed it.
Right.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
It's so cool.
Somebody, who was that? Laurie.
That is really, really dope.
Oh, what's
Really
up,
dope.
Laurie? I think she's watching. Let's see. Okay, so let's show them. Like, I definitely want to show the first spread because I just
The first spread.
freaking love it.
Go ahead,
Yes.
give it life. Bring that life. Give that time relapse. Give that time relapse. Yes. Time lapse to the glory. Look at that. Yes.
Did you do time lapses, Ryan?
Oh, I have time lapses. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah,
for
definitely
sure.
want. If you have like short ones, then we could put that into the campaign because I just think it's nice.
Yeah, I
when
got a couple. Yeah, I got a couple short ones for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I can make the page a little bit dynamic. Otherwise, it's just like boring images.
Yeah, we'll probably get officially to cover this now.
Oh
Dude, he's
man.
so fast.
Yeah, he
I
is.
don't understand how fast he is. Like, what is like? I want to know the secrets because he's so
I don't know, man.
fast. Like,
He's ridiculous.
you drew Lori Foster's
Yes,
Kickstarter and
and it
officially
was
colored
freaking
it,
done the same
and I'm
day.
like, how'd he do this in a day? Like, it was crazy.
Like that's the most messed up part. It don't look like he does it fast.
Yeah,
Right.
like
right.
it looked like he spent weeks coloring that shit. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, oh my god, it's amazing. He's so fast, so dope.
Oh yeah, I got y'all coming on the 16th, right?
Yep.
That's when we drop.
Yep. So that's we'll finish the inks then, and then
That's
I
when we
might
drop.
have Fish on the show with us, and he'll color it live.
Oh shit. Okay.
That'll be dope.
Yes, that would be
That'd
dope.
be real dope. Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, excuse me.
Okay, so let me show y'all. All right, now we talked about how much we love the Lord of the Rings. So,
Yeah.
of course, every
got
good
Night
fantasy must
as I
have a dope map. So,
Oh yes. Oh yes.
we
Oh my
out
God.
here.
I love
We
it so
out
much.
here.
Like I feel like this. Ooh, maybe we. Okay, let me not make my brain keep going. But I'm seeing this as like as like a canvas, like ooh, that would be so dope.
Page 1
Yes,
and 2.
yes.
I can't wait to color this bitch. I can't.
I know. I can't wait for you to color it too.
It's gonna be so sweet.
Like even up on the left hand side. So Kauai is the most the second from the left. Is there like, am I seeing in there like it's almost like a, what do you call that? Like an emblem for the royalty emblem? Is that what you're?
If you look in the back, there's 2 statues inspired by Lord of the Rings that we talked about.
Yes.
But they're chiefs. So I made 2 chiefs in the back. The third island, there's a chief too. You can, but once I fill it in, you'll see it more. That these are like the control of islands, like with the island that you see with the face at the bottom.
Yes.
Like that's another goddess. That's another goddess. You got a goddess over here on the other side of the island. So I kind of wanted to jump into that fantasy like world. We got a castle in the back, but like it's more inspired by our Hawaiian culture. It's not going to be like your classic, brick and stone castles. I kind of wanted to give a little bit more fantasy to this. Like these are islands that are yet to be, discovered. And, we got these kids going to discover these adventures. Like just step one of the next step to the next step to the next step. We're world building.
That's right.
World building.
Absolutely.
He's building the hell out of this world.
I had so much fun drawing this, dude. I've never done a map. All my years, I've never drawn a map. And this was fun.
Yes, when I saw this, I was like, oh, snap. It was like even more than I could even have asked for. I was like, I love you so much right now.
Yeah, we could show the first 3 pages, but that's all y'all get.
Yeah, that's all y'all get. Let's see. That's the next one.
So this is the first glimpse of our shapeshifter, because the story is being told at this point by Papa. He's telling the story of this shapeshifter. So we get a glimpse into her world at this point, describing this fairy tale that our good old Pops is telling right now to the kids.
Yes. I can't wait to see
these little creatures. There's little creatures flying around, and we got, once it's painted, you'll see.
Yeah.
She's a scat.
Oh, I love it so much. And let's see. Okay. And then the third page is where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
I love it.
Let's see. I think I got to download it again. 1 second.
This might change. I won't lie. So it might change in the process.
Yep, love. Yeah, it's all good. We are. Y'all are seeing it live and in color. Well, not in color yet, but live and in black and white. Let's see. Okay, I found it. Wait, why didn't you pop up? Okay. I love this one. Oh my god. Yeah, so this is the third page. This is where we bring Papa in, and Jay says, Ryan, you're hitting the ball out the park with the art home run.
Thanks, Jay, man. Thanks. Like I said, this is something that's like, I feel like this is going to be it's very important, first and foremost.
Yeah.
Because we're getting a glimpse of a different culture, and like, most books are primarily piggyback off other things, but I feel like this is something that's new, something that's fun, that we're inspired by multiple different things. I feel like this sticks a home run because we're also learning new words, new culture, new things, and Moana's putting all that in there for you to learn at the same time. And I feel like this is really, really fun. And we're going to new places, you know.
Mhm.
It's not like book one. This is like a whole new thing, which is very fun. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, and I just love it. I hope it comes out like how I envision it. We'll see. I think it's gonna be better than what I envisioned because he's killing it as Jay said. So yes. Now the question is where do we
Yeah.
go from here?
We're in a new round.
Yes, and we get to like create it. That's the really cool.
Mm-hmm. And
Like,
this has been like truly a collaborative experience. Like
yeah.
I will send stuff and get notes back. It's like we're writing like it's like a movie. It's like writing scripts. Like you send in your shit and you come back with notes and we change shit and we like we do all that stuff. But like it's never been a dull moment. And I think that's what's been so exciting about this whole entire experience. You know, we're running, we're driving now, we're going somewhere with this. So I'm more excited to getting to the point of like, you know, sharing it with the world, you know, giving previews throughout like the last few months have been fun, but now the book is really coming alive at this point, you know,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy. And like, you know, these are mock-ups and previews, which I mean, like I about died when I saw this. Like that's my art on a book. Mike,
what's up?
on a book. On a book, buddy. You know,
Hey.
and it's like
You remember when I started drawing streaming and stuff, and
yes.
you were asking me for feedback and advice, and look how quick you didn't came up. Look how quick you didn't came up. It's not even.
I know, right? Only took 15 years, but hey, I'm here. I'm here. But it's like it's so exciting, you know. And like I said, I want this to be bright, colorful, you know. But you know, that's what you're gonna get. Everything you're seeing right now is what you're gonna see in the book. So, and that's what I'm really excited about.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah, it's something about making these mock-ups that like, holy shit. Like it doesn't exist yet, but that's what it's gonna look like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's when I did the one for the first book, I was like, oh man, is this really going down? Like my name's gonna be on a book. This is dope. It's like the little kid, you know, inside of you comes out like, oh my gosh, this is so like
yeah. When you gave me that title, I was like, oh, we're going somewhere. We're calling this book Shadows of the Ancients. I'm like, oh yeah, we're going somewhere. It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Yes. Let's see what else. And for those of you who are not getting the vibe yet, let me just drive the point home.
Yes. Yes.
When I say this is the greatest movie of all time, I mean it. I don't care what nobody say. I don't give a damn if you say they're just walking. They too good at friends. I don't give a damn. This is one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yes.
My man, and the way he says that though, Boromir beast in like you love him
always, bro. Undisputed.
Your boy came in with facts. Simply walking. You're right. You don't.
Giving me life.
Right. That's why there's so many memes. That's why there's so many memes.
And with that picture. Yes.
True.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
True.
Yes. Take my damn money. I'm on it.
Take it.
And I hope y'all are willing to give me some of that money. We still $3.95 off.
Yes.
Look, I'm sacrificing myself for y'all tonight. I am playing a scary game tonight at 9 p.m.
Mike, what are you playing?
House of Ashes.
Yes.
Oh.
Me and Carmen are gonna play it together because it's 2-player. So come watch me be a bitch because I'm gonna get scared. And donate money.
Everybody, back Mike's Emerald Quest Kickstarter.
Yes.
Back
It's link in the comments.
Also,
hit the
go
link.
pick up book 1 of The Adventures of Nakoa and Nohea if you don't have it already.
November 16th.
Yep, November 16th. I'll have the links up. Not tonight, but just be on the lookout. November 16th, Shadows of the Ancient.
Yep, November 16th, Shadow of the Ancients will be dropping on Kickstarter.
Yep. And it's gonna be dope, y'all. Oh my god. I didn't even get to the party I learned about today. Shit. I'm so excited. But yeah, so I know you gotta go, Mike, and we gotta go too. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Be sure to back Emerald Quest because if you back Emerald Quest and Shadows of the Ancient when it comes out, the piece that Mike is working on, you will get that as part of your rewards. So
you have to back the links here.
Yes,
you got to back
physical tier. Yep,
physical tier. When they'll be on my show, Ryan and Moana will be on Chat and Draw November 16th. I'll finish up the inks and stuff then. We'll see if we can get Fish to do the colors that same day. But if not, Fish will do we'll have Fish do the colors.
Well, Fish will have it done in 24 hours.
Yeah. Either way it goes. So if you back both of us at the physical tier, you will get that print included with your packages. So please do that. The image that I drew was with Dominica, which is Marky's sister, and they don't like each other at all. Marky is the stepdaughter to the queen, and Dominica is the true daughter. She was the youngest general at the age of 21 until Marky came into the world and became the youngest general at 15. So she don't like none of that shit at all. She don't like that her mama adopted her. They are at each other's throats.
Is that a family feud, Mike? Is that a family feud?
But the one thing they will do is they respect each other on the battlefield. There will be no backstab or anything. I don't like her, but you can't mess with her. Only I can mess with her. The rest of y'all got to go. So together they are dubbed the War Sisters of Kashar. So you don't want to be on the battlefield with the both of them, let alone one of them.
Yes, I'm excited. Let's go. Back to Kickstarter.
Let's go.
Do it now.
We have all 3 issues already done. We're just doing a Kickstarter for the first issue.
What?
Yep.
See, that's
dope.
Are we? Is there any chance that we might get issue 2 and 3 in the stretch goals?
Not in the stretch goals.
Okay.
Because we got Hot Shot 10 in the stretch goals last time, and that was part of the reason why our Kickstarter is delayed because we're trying to make sure we got that finished. It's not all the reason, but it was part of it, so we don't want to do that again. But our release schedule for Freestyle Comics is we're releasing new content every 3 months.
Nice.
Every 3 months you get a new book. Plus this December. So right now from FSK, you got Emerald Quest 1 this month. You got Spider Squirrel number 2. So those are 2 of our books that you're getting. And then in December, we're giving you Hot Shot 11 as well. January, we're coming back with 5-star number 1. March, we're coming in with Vigilance number 4. And then we're bringing it back around with Emerald Quest number 2.
Okay. That's what's up.
Let's go.
Yes. So, we out here. We're trying to make it happen.
All righty.
Yes.
All righty, guys. Well, I hope you all had a great weekend. Sending you all the positive vibes that we need as we walk into another work week. And deal with the, not so fun stuff. At least we get to escape when we create, but
escape when we create. I like that.
Yes.
Truth, because it is true.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, I hope you all have a good week. Take care. And be sure to, check out these wonderful Kickstarters. Emerald Quest. I'll just give a couple shouts real quick. Emerald Quest, Miss Medusa's Menagerie, Snowpaw #1, Conquered Crowns, Amazons, and I think this one might have closed, but I thought it was dope. Daughter of Wolves.
I got that one.
I got Daughters. I haven't backed that. What's that?
I want to say, from what I saw, it was like a twist on Little Red Riding Hood.
Yes.
Family gets attacked by werewolves.
Yes.
Girl escapes. She has like this biomechanical arm. She's got a posse together. She's going after the clan of wolves. Looks hot. I mean, dope illustration. Dope. Not just good cover art, but interior art too.
Yes, I had to check that. I was like, okay, the cover is looking dope. Let me check the interiors.
Yeah, I think they just finished. Did they?
Yeah.
Let me see.
If it's not finished, it might have it'll be closing soon.
Is it done or is it?
Let me see.
Yeah, it's done.
Oh.
Yep. Wolves issue 1. Oh yeah, it is done. Okay, so it ended today, right?
Yeah.
Yep. 524 backers, 19,497.
Woo!
Yeah, that's the kind of numbers we want, y'all. So I'm just saying. We talk about that on the next show because
yeah.
When it's dropping, because it's going to go down.
Yes.
Ryan's going to be in the neck of it. I'm going to be in the deep of it. It's about to go down.
I feel it.
You ain't going to see me for a couple months, except on November 16th.
Right.
I'm going to be drawing, painting, drawing. That's going to be my life. That's going to be it.
Hey, and don't forget, because I already talked to my Moana, next year, you riding with me to Baltimore.
I know.
Yes.
It's going down.
Yes.
It's going down.
And if all things go well, there will be 2 books on the table with your art in it, if all goes well. Yeah.
I'm excited, though. This has been a blessing, no lie. And it couldn't be possible if I didn't met you through Mike. So it's all due to the epic right there.
We all creators out here. We all chasing the dream. So might as well do it together.
Absolutely. All right, y'all.
All right, you guys have a beautiful night. Mike, I'm going to be tuning in and watching you get scared. It's going to be glorious. It's Halloween, so it's the perfect night. So.
I know. I figured if we're going to play a scary game, we're going to play it tonight. This is the night.
Yeah, get it done.
But whoever watching outside, if you ain't back to Kickstarter, you better back to Kickstarter. I'm not doing it. Sacrifices have to be made.
Yes. Hit the link in the comments, and it's right there on the screen.
Radio.
Thank you,
right,
guys.
y'all.
Back Emerald Quest and back Shadows of the Ancient on the 16th.
That's right, November 16th.
Chat and draw on the 16th. Are we going to launch it on the show, or are you guys going to launch it in the morning?
What do you want to launch
it on? We can launch it on the show. I think we can launch it on the show. Yeah.
Let's launch it on the show.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Because Andrew, Brad, Danny J. Quick, Morgan, and all of them like to fight for first
for number 1. Yeah. So we'll have to come up with something.
Okay, cool. Thanks for having me on. You guys are great.
All right, y'all. Take care.
Later.
So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will.
If this the land of the free, was a freedom then. When they annexed Hawaii and called it Cedar Lands. Without any type of payment and no signing off. Called themselves a republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand,
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Koholave. As a part of their ongoing war with Asia, used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No regard for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.
So if you put Hawaii into perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course versus Asia, they was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course. Cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom. Clap back at the system.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Koholave. As a part of their ongoing war with Asia, used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No work for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. So many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.